There's been no shortage of biomusicals about icons of song on Broadway. The Four Seasons, The Temptations, Carole King, Neil Diamond, Peter Allen, Michael Jackson, Cher, Tina Turner, Donna Summer, Gloria Estefan. The list goes on and on. But just in time, the new musical about the life of legendary singer Bobby Darin, starring Tony winner Jonathan Groff, is proving to be something different. Directed and developed by Tony winner Alex Timbers, based on an original concept by Ted Chapin, the musical, which begins performances March 28 at New York City's Circle in the Square Theater, takes theatergoers into an intimate nightclub, where a cast of 16 will bring Darin's story to life through his catalog of hits. It's a fully immersive experience unlike what audiences may have seen before, but as Groff, 39, told reporters at a February 5 press preview, it was a necessary move to fully showcase Darin's power as a live act. We're playing a little bit with form and style and form to recreate the in-the-moment live magic that Bobby Darin had as a performer, he shared with the Broadway show with Tamsin Faddle at the event, held at Hell's Kitchen Piano Bar So-and-So's, photos from which Pete O'Pl can debut exclusively. The show will begin, Groff explained, with the actor as himself in 2025 before transporting audiences back to the 1950s and 1960s, when Darin rose to fame. Alex and Jonathan, they found a way to take a historical story and make it feel very present, star Erika Henningsen notes to People. This is not a typical show. What's happening here is unique among the mix of what's on Broadway. The actress returning to Broadway for the first time since originating the role of Katie Heron in 2018's Mean Girls. The musical is portraying sun-kissed teen idol Sandra Dee in Just in Time. Proscenium-style shows that we're used to seeing on Broadway and are great as exhibiting a certain story. But for Bobby Darin's story, you need to feel him on top of you, says Henningsen, 32. It's all about bringing people into that live experience and making them feel like they're in the living room with Bobby and Sandra, like they're in the Copacabana and like Bobby's audiences felt when he was performing. Dee famously met Darin in the summer of 1960 on the set of the film Come September in Portofino, Italy. After a whirlwind romance, they married that December. At the time, she was just 18 and he 24. Up until that time, Dee, known for Gidget, 1959, A Summer Place, 1959, The Restless Years, 1958, and her Golden Globe-winning work in 1957's Until They Sail, had led a very sheltered life under the watchful eye of her controlling mother, Mary. Her marriage to Darin famously gave the good-natured ingenue independence for the first time, allowing her to pursue life on her own terms. Bobby really told Sandra, "There's more out there than your mom allows you to do," and that was so powerful for her, Henningsen says. She started her career in Hollywood at a very young age as a child model and was fiercely protected by her mother and by the studio as she grew into an actress. She hadn't really had a real womanly adult experience until she met Bobby, so in a way, he kind of saved her from this life of arrested development. With Darin, he grew up fast, becoming a wife and a mother to their son, Dodd Mitchell Darin, now 63. But while the dream lovers appeared to be a match made in heaven from the outside, their marriage was far from it. In 1967, after a tumultuous partnership that included allegations of infidelity, they divorced. Darin died of a heart attack 6 years later in 1973, when he was just 37, while recovering from open-heart surgery. Dee, who never remarried, died in 2005 from complications of kidney disease at the age of 62. Tackling Dee's story is something that drew Henningsen to the project. Sandra had a life with a capital L, she recalls. And I'm so excited to track this role. She grows up very fast throughout the show, and we get to go through all of it. She is also looking forward to bringing Dee and Darin's partnership to life. Though Dee's film career would ultimately take a backseat to Darin's musical aspirations, Henningsen explains that the two were one another's ultimate cheerleaders. They really respected one another's talent, and they really respected one another's drive, Henningsen says. And that's pretty rare for two people who had this much acclaim because so often you hear about one person begrudging the other for their success. She adds, but even after their divorce, that respect was there because they saw that part of themselves in one another. They both had that fire. Sandra saw how driven Bobby was and said, "I can't get mad at you for doing the thing that you were born to do."